Pantry.
Oh, cool.
So there was about 4 recipes I created for the pantry items that you could make with just about anything you have in your pantry, or the things specifically off the shelf like ramen noodles, some of the canned vegetables and beans, really easy recipes that take 30 minutes or less, and the recipes are in smaller portions for 1 or 2 people. Because who wants to eat the same thing for like 3 days, right?
Yeah.
So feel free to go over to our pantry today and pick up a copy of the recipes from Mendy, or I can print some out for you after class. So welcome to our Healthy Fit Seniors strength portion of class. You got your dumbbells and your ball. We're going to go ahead and get started with a march in place with an arm reach. So tap your leg and reach your other arm up, because we're going to do opposite. Reach opposite.
Okay.
Little bit of coordination, getting our brain moving, engaging our core for that nice tall balance. This will get us warmed up. Who was cold this morning? I was too. All right, standing silent. Step, tap, and reach. Step, tap, and reach. Don't forget our recordings go on YouTube, so you can watch the videos and do the exercise with me later.
How do we get that on YouTube?
It's on Kella Price Fitness.
Okay.
Yes. All right, torso rotations. Rotate and twist. Little massage for your spine. Step back lunge to chest opener. So make sure you're not going to kick anything when you step behind. Step back in a lunge position. Your feet are parallel. Open up your chest. And open.
Sorry. I can't do that because of my knees.
So you shouldn't feel any pressure in your knee. If your foot is out to the side, let's get it more aligned so your feet are parallel for that good alignment to take some of the pressure off. Motion is lotion. When we have joints that don't have a lot of cartilage left, like my knees have no cartilage, let's switch sides. That synovial fluid from moving will help lubricate the joint. But part of that is making sure you're drinking enough water. If you're not drinking enough water, there's no lubrication in your body to lubricate with. I can always tell a difference in how my joints feel when I'm not properly hydrated. All right, hip circles. Hands on your hips. Doing some little hula directions. Hula hoop it. Another direction. All right, shake it out. Get a sip of water. We're going to go ahead and get started with our first movement in our workout. We've got 40 seconds of work, 20 seconds of rest for each of the moves. All right, starting with our lower body. The ball is going to be in between our thighs to help keep those legs in alignment and engage the core. We can stand in front of our chair, so the chair is our target, right? Squat, touch your bottom on the chair, curl, overhead press. And curl it down, slow and controlled squat, Stand up.
Oh my God.
Curl, overhead press. You gotta be able to get up and down from that chair, right? The Amazon driver came to your door and he rang the doorbell. You have to get up, answer the door. Up. Your partner's calling you. They need you in the other room. Up. The doggy's at the door. He needs to go outside to go potty. Up. Now you have to go to the bathroom. Time to get up again. Up. Your phone's ringing. Where'd you put that cell phone? Up. You're thirsty. Time to get a sip of water. Up. You drank a lot of water. It's time to go to the bathroom. And relax. All right, set the ball out of the way. Moving into, it's okay if it rolls away, just don't step on it. A lunge with a wide curl. So your arms are going to be out wide to the side. Our feet are parallel like train tracks. Again, if that foot is out to the side, we want to take it wider and closer together. So everything's in alignment. Lunge and curl. Lunge and curl. You can always use your chair for balance. If you're using your chair for balance, set down one weight and you'll switch the weight to the other side on our second leg. That looks good, guys. Nice tall posture. All right, let's switch sides. Other leg. Wide curl. Feet are in alignment, knees coming down in alignment with toes, and curl. If you were using the chair for balance, you'd switch sides. How are we doing so far? Good. Two more. Step it in. Deadlift with upright rows. So when we do a deadlift, we are working our core all the way around. Our lower back muscles here are our supporting muscles on a deadlift. So if you've ever pulled your back when you're bending over to get something, it's because those muscles were not properly engaged and strong. So we want to work on those, keeping our chest nice and wide, chest open and wide. As we tip at the hip, reach down towards your toes like you're picking a box up off the floor. Push out through your booty, stand up. You should feel your lower back engaged. So when you tip over, your body's flat like a 7. You should feel that lower back working, yes? Does everyone feel it in your lower back? Yes. Okay, good. That means you're doing it correctly. I almost forgot the upright row. You reminded me. Thank you. Deadlift, lead with the elbows, upright row. Like you're putting on a set of waders. Looking good, looking good. Are you guys getting warm?
Yes.
Good. Two more. Lateral lunge with a lateral arm raise. So when you do this, lightweight for this exercise. If you have 2 sets of weights, you might want to lighten up. Coming out to the side, lateral lunge. Your weight frames the knee. Lift those arms up to shoulder height. Okay, tap. Lunge. Lift those arms up. Now, if you have any kind of shoulder pinching, you can bend the elbows and do the smaller arm lever, like so. And take some of the pressure off. When we use our longer arm lever, you're going to feel it a lot we're building our shoulder stability. So as we age, keep going, that shoulder needs stability because it's moving around. It's like a C joint and there's a lot of movement. And as it gets worn out, you need all the muscles and tendons to be stronger. All right, let's switch to the other side. If your arm gets fatigued, I give you permission to lighten up the weights or set down the weights. You got it. Are y'all feeling that in your shoulders?
Yes.
Strong muscles will help support that shoulder complex. One more. All right. Curtsy with lunge with a tricep kickback. So again, if you're using the chair for balance, you're only going to use one weight and have the other weight in the other hand for support. Cross your leg behind. Like you're going to curtsy to the queen. Pull the weights up by your hip pockets. Elbows back. Curtsy. Tricep kickback. We're working the back of the arm. Those Hello Bettys. Tightening and firming that skin there. And the muscle underneath. Pushing back into your glutes. You shouldn't feel any pressure on that front knee. You should be feeling this on the outside of your leg, yes? Good. You got it. Let's shake it out. We're going to switch sides. Because we can't be crooked, right?
Yes.
Again, pushing back into your glute. You shouldn't feel any pressure on that front knee. You're going to feel the work on the outside of the leg. Pull those weights up. Elbows back. Curtsy. Tricep kickback. Pivoting at the elbow. This is also good for your balance because of the way our legs are positioned. Engage your core for stability. Excellent. Shake it out. Get a sip of water. We're going to move into our next block of work. How does everyone feel so far? You feel amazing. I know that's what you meant to say.
I got tongue-tied.
I would definitely see you Monday.
All right, for our next block of work, we're going to work on our core and balance.
It's not babe, haha.
So for the first exercise, one of the things I would like to do, because we have a lot of new people, is learn everybody's name. All right, so you're going to stay where you're at, but the people in the front are going to kind of turn around and face the other direction once I show you the exercise. And we'll go around, we're going to practice. Have you guys ever done the memory game? And we say everybody's name and we'll do it together. All right. So the move is a standing oblique knee lift. So elbow to knee. Exhale and crunch. We're engaging balance in this standing leg. Use your chair as needed for balance. That's the move. Okay, the front row, turn around so you can see your neighbors. All right, everyone should know me. I'm Kella. So Kella. All right, we'll start over here. Kella, Diane. All right, Kella, Diane, Kazoo. Kella, Diane, Kazoo. Kella, Diane, Kazoo, Tandy. Kella, Diane, Kazoo, Candy. Kella, Diane, Kazoo, Candy. Carl. All right, make sure you're looking at their face so you can try to make the name with a face. Kella, Diane, Kazoo, Candy, Carl. All right, Kella, Diane, Kazoo, Candy, Carl, Paula. All right, Kella, Diane, Kazoo, Candy, Carl, Paula. All right, we're going to switch to the other side now. All right. Kella, Diane, Kazoo, Candy, Carl, Paula, Tim. All right. Kella, Diane, Kazoo, Candy, Carl, Paula, Tim. Myrna. All right. Kella, Diane, Kazoo, Candy, Carl, Paula, Tim, Myrna, Georgina. All right. Kella, Diane, Kazoo, Tandy, Carl, Paula, Tim, Myrna, Georgina, Cherie. All right, this is the last one. Kella, Diane, Kazoo, Tandy, Carl, Paula, Tim, Myrna, Georgina, Cherie. Yay, we made it to the end. All right, grab 1 or 2 weights. You're going to be using the chair for balance. I rotate to the side so you can see me here. So we have a couple options here. The first is to kickstand that toe. So we're not going to lift the leg up, but we're going to balance is in that front leg. Tipping at the hip, just like we did with our deadlift. That lower back's engaged. Core is engaged as we make a flat back. See how my back's nice and flat? We're going to row at the bottom and tip up. Option 2, 1 or 2 weights, float the leg, upright row, and stand up. So your core is engaged. Remember that standing foot, spread those toes on the floor. Find balance in the ball of the foot and the heel, leading with the elbows on that row. Tipping at the hip, lead with the elbows, squeeze those scapula together, and tap it up. Engage your core. Taking your time. If your balance isn't there today, you can use one hand on the chair for support, and you'll just switch hands on the second set for the other side. We've got 3 more on this side. Are you feeling that in your hamstring? The back of your leg? Yes? Good.
That's what the chair's for.
All right, yeah, that's what the chair's for. All right, spread your toes in your other foot. Again, you can kickstand the toe. It doesn't have to come up off the ground. Tipping at the head, nice flat back, leading with elbows, squeeze. Or float the leg. Taking your time, spreading those toes, finding grounding in that foot, engaging your core. Squeeze those scapula at the top. Remember that single leg strength is really important for improving your balance and preventing falls. Because if you stumble on something, you have to be able to catch yourself with one leg. If you can't catch yourself with one leg, what happens? You fall, you're on the floor, right? So building up that strength in that leg to be able to catch you and improve that balance is really important. One more. I tripped on a little curb yesterday. I was walking to my car and I didn't see the curb had a little bit of a lip on it, and I stumbled because I kicked it with my one foot. But I didn't fall because I caught myself. All right. Wood chopper with dumbbell. One dumbbell. We're going to start with it up at our shoulder. Rotate and chop the wood. Exhale, chop. Right? So we have a little bit of rotation. Our core is engaged across the body. Lifting that back leg as you rotate to take the pressure off your joints. For our pickleballers, this could be like a smash, right? Smash that ball. Couple more. All right, let's switch sides. Other side, weight up at your shoulder, rotate and twist. Remember to rotate that back leg, take your heel off the ground so we're kind to our joints. Chopping the wood. I did lots of fires last week and it was cold. Two more. All right, set that down. Standing bird dog. Again, we can use our chair for balance here. So bird dog is opposite arm and leg. Tap that leg and reach that arm up. Those are the ones we're going to engage. So we're going to kind of take that leg out to the side and reach. See if we can take it off the ground. And we can even add a crunch here. All right, reach and crunch. We're going to switch sides. We'll switch every two. Reach and crunch. Engaging the core. Exhale. Switch. Reach, balance, and crunch. Switch. Reach and crunch. So we're exhaling, driving the knee towards the elbow. Nice strong core. When we exhale, we're contracting those muscles a little bit more to get more effectiveness out of the exercise. So if you're not breathing, you're not making those muscles really flex. Core work is so important for not only balance, but posture, because when your core is strong, you stand up taller. Last set. All right, grab your weights, one or two weights. This one also has some balance, so depending on if you're using the chair, you'll use one or two weights. So we're going to start our calf raises with our feet parallel. So make sure your feet are parallel. With a front raise. So again, this is a long arm lever, lightweight. As we lift up, we're going to reach those arms up and down. Squeeze the calves, pause at the top, and down. So if you have a shoulder injury, I give you permission to put the weights down and just do range of motion, or you can take your arms up and just move them out slightly. If there's any kind of pinching or pain, choose a different option or lighten up the weight. Again, these raises are going to help with that shoulder stability for the health of that shoulder. 2 more front raises, and then we're going to switch up our calf raise to a different position. All right, set the weights down. Now we're going to put our feet out like a plie, so your toes are out wide and your heels are closer together. Again, you can use your chair for balance. Engage that core, nice tall posture. Yes? Lift and squeeze and lower. So when you do this, I want you to focus on pressing off all the toes at the same time. So I don't want your toes to roll to the supinate or pronate, inside or outside. Try to push off all of your digits. Make them help you be more stable. It's like we're putting away that box of things in the closet, yes? And you don't want to get out the step stool, so you have to get up on your tippy toes. So we're working, our first calf raise, our feet were parallel. Our muscle head in our calf has 3 different muscles. And so we work them in different positions to work each of the 3 muscle heads. Squeeze, engage that core. Try to use that balance just to pause at the top before you lower. All right, now we're going to move our feet so that the toes are close together and the heels are on the outside. One of these is probably going to feel weird depending on how you normally stand. But again, we're working the different muscle heads. Using your chair as needed for balance, press off the toes. Find that balance, engage the core. Do you feel how that shifted in your calf to a different muscle? Everything we do in class is very purposeful. Two more. And relax. Get a sip of water.
What time you meeting Laurel?
I don't know. Sometimes whenever.
Oh, okay, no problem. You giving her a house? Oh, good.
All right, before we go into our cool down, we have our speed round where we're going to repeat each of those exercises for a shorter bit of time. To go through them, we already know the exercises, and then we'll do our cool down. All right, starting with our squat to overhead press. So we're going to be in front of our chair. Placing the ball in between our thighs. All right, here we go. Everyone ready for the speed round? Sit down, stand up, curl, and press. Again. Curl and press. We're putting that box away in the closet. One more. All right. Step back lunge with that bicep curl. Setting the ball aside. Feet are parallel. Lunge and curl it up. Lunge and curl. Two more. Switching to the other leg. Lunge and curl. Engaging our core. Last one. Deadlift upright row. Engage that lower back, tipping at the hip. Nice flat back like a 7. Stand up, lead with the elbows. Two more. Lateral lunge with lateral raise. Step out wide. Weight frames the knee, arms up, and tap. I always feel like a bird when I do this. Like a bird flapping the wings. Two more. All right, other side. Lateral lunge, arm raise. Pushing back into your glute. You shouldn't feel any pressure on that knee. Curtsy lunge to tricep kickback. Cross the leg behind. Weights up at your hip pockets. Elbows back. Curtsy, tricep kickback. Pivoting at the elbow. Feeling that in the back of your arms. All right, switch to the other side. Curtsy, tricep kickback. Two more. Standing oblique knee lift. Use your chair as needed. 5 on each side. 5, 4. Exhale, crunch right here. Engage the balance. Other side. Reach and crunch. Crunching the oblique right here. All right, standing deadlift with row. Make sure you're not going to kick anything. Find that balance in that front leg. Tipping at the hip. Lead with arms, row. Control it, stand up. Use that chair as needed. Squeeze the scapula. One more. Switching to the other side. Spread those toes in the shoe. Engage the core. Again, you don't have to lift that back leg up. You're still going to get the hamstring work on the back of your leg. This is also good for ankle strengthening. Last one right here. Wood chopper. Way up, rotate across the body, chop that wood. Other side. Chop that wood for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Set that down. Standing bird dog. Reach and crunch. We're going to do singles. Reach and crunch. Reach. Across your body, crunch. Again, that foot, when you stand, engage the core. Last move, calf raises with front raise. Find that balance, press up. Yeah, that looks good. You got it. 2 more. Take those toes out wide, plie, calf raise for 5, 4, your feet are out wide, 2, 1, turn those toes in now for 5, 4, 3, last 2, and 1. All right, we're gonna cool it down. Hamstring stretch. Extend one leg forward, soft knee. We never lock out the knee. Push your weight back into your hip, hands on the thigh, the shin, or the toe. You can use your chair for stability here. Does everyone feel that up the back of their leg?
Yes.
Yes? Excellent. No, I didn't switch it. I just moved to the other side of the chair. All right, hamstring stretch, same leg. Option 1 is to put your foot on the back of the leg to feel the stretch. Option 2 is to use the chair for balance. Grab your shoe. All right, let's take that same leg now across in a figure 4. I'm going to show the standing option first and then a seated option. Crossing the leg over, sink into that stretch. Seated option, cross over at the ankle or over the thigh. Pressing that hip open. You feel it up the side of your leg into your butt cheek? Feels good, doesn't it? All right, take it in a split stance here. Hip flexor stretch. Sink down into that stretch until you feel it right here in your hip. Now press the back heel down towards the floor to get a calf stretch. Everyone say, ah. All right, hamstring stretch. This is where we switch legs. Kick that leg forward. Push back into your booty. Tip that heel up. Keep the knee soft. Hand on your thigh, your shin, or your toe. Never on the knee. Feel that good stretch up the back of your leg. Hamstring stretch. Remember your options. You can use the chair to put the leg on. You can use the chair for balance. If you don't need the chair for balance, just grab the foot. This core engagement because we're balancing. All right, cross that leg over. Ankle on the outside. Sink into the stretch. Feel out the side of your leg. Doesn't that feel good? Remember your seated option. Either crossing over at the ankle or over the thigh and leaning forward. Still get a good stretch seated. All right, take that leg back in a split stance. We're going to stretch out the hip flexor right here. Sink down into the stretch until you feel it stretch. Now push that back heel down to the floor. All right, open your arms like you're gonna give me a big hug. It's like a virtual hug. Feel it stretching your chest. We can place our hands on the small of our back here or lace them together. Look up at an angle for a little bit more stretch. Nice deep breaths all the way down to your pelvic floor below your belly button. Let's take those arms, cross them, and then clap them together. So you have a little window. Look down through the window towards your feet and press your spine to the wall behind you, rounding your back. And relax. Big arm sweep, arms up, and exhale. Arms open, and close. One more. And shake it out. Thank you for joining me for Healthy Fit Seniors. Don't forget to watch this on the replay.